Mike Jones here with Ken's. Happy New Year 2022. Here we go. I tell you what, I'm very thankful. My brother and I own Ken's Stereo Junction, store in Macon and store in Warner Robins. And for 43 plus years, we've been doing audio, video, and car stereo and custom installation. And in the last 25 years, we got into doing churches and full-blown installs and full-blown build-outs. And then we had CNC machines. And we just have added so many guys and girls to our family to serve you. And with this brand new year, we got a brand new show. Let's get inside and check it all out.
Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken.
Okay, in our Macon and our Warner Robins store, you know, we've talked about it, but we have an audio video booth for the car audio side or the ATV side or school bus side, whatever you want to call it. And it's where you come in and kind of hand pick what you want. I call it hand picking, but anyway, it is what it is. In the head unit world, you need to know you can get an Alpine CD player. We finally have those back in stock. They're AM, FM, CD, right, if you're old school like me. It does have a thumb drive input right here, detachable face to keep the thieves away from it. You can also add XM satellite to this. That's only $199, which is a phenomenal deal for the best sounding single DIN meaning this physical size. $129 if you want just a little more entry level for pricing. If you got the big double DIN, the big giant radio in there, and a lot of cars will be able to hold that from like maybe 2001-2 area all the way up to here, some 1994 and up. These double DINs are just have a bigger face. This is the same price as the Alpine, but the Alpine being the better sound quality. So when you come in, we can play both to see which one fits your fancy. In the world of touchscreens, we're going to be anywhere from $299 for the kind of the bare bones AM, FM, Bluetooth plug-in. We do have a CarPlay radio now that only starts at $349, so it's AM, FM, Bluetooth, and CarPlay. Android Auto is going to come into play when you start choosing your radios. Alpine radios anywhere from about $499 and up, depending on which touchscreen. Sony anywhere from $499 and up, depending on which touchscreen you do. And of course, we carry the mobile ES, which we talked about last month. Bigger warranty, bigger everything. Obviously, bigger screen. That makes very much good sense. So when you come in, you can kind of pick all these now. But I want to take the attention off of that because I want you to get a new head unit. But speakers matter so much. I have people say, should I buy a radio first or should I buy speakers first? And I tell them all the time, if you have to buy one or the other and the radio works like it's supposed to, you definitely want to do speakers. Speakers are where the difference are made. So in the world of DS18, we carry DS18, we carry Mobile ES by Sony, Alpine, Rockford, Fosgate, Pioneer, JL Audio. So we carry all the best brands in the business. The new DS18 coaxes are only $149 for a pair. So for two, meaning I'm gonna give you just a little bit of a sound demo. The clarity is there. Got a little techno for you today. So the highs and the mids, they are spot on. It actually has good bass considering we're just playing a 6-inch. Now you can go to component set, $149 to $179, and the difference here is this actually has a separate tweeter, which is really, really nice. Yes, we still have Alpine, the Type S and Type R, and you hear how the tones change a lot, they get different. The idea behind that is I want you to come in and play your music like we're playing our music today. And the idea is you want to kind of pick what you want. We're going to be able to fit budget. We're the same price as they, being the online crew, but we don't charge labor. The blessing of this is we don't charge labor unless you want something custom done, which I'm hoping you see in a cutaway of something custom right now, like where we fiberglass make some or we have to cut holes and all that stuff. But if it's going in a factory location, there's no extra charge to you. I will say this, when you come in, make sure you talk to these guys and grab an installer and go out to your car and sit in there and say, hey, this is what I like. You may want a subwoofer, you may want a subwoofer later, that they can help pick these things out. Speaking of subwoofers, we're going to carry subwoofer boxes that are, big square boxes, what they call slot bins like this, which is for the beat down bass. A lot of people, and this will fit like in hatchbacks and trunk cars, box Chevy, stuff like that. You can double 12 boxes like this, double 12 boxes like that. So we fit all of that. Just to say, when you come in, we have bass packages anywhere from about $400 and up, but we can custom build you absolutely anything. So I kind of throw all this out there is, if you have a music need when you come into Macon and Warner Robins, talk to the brainiacs, right? And let them literally figure out what you love, figure out your budget. There's no cost for the installation unless you get all crazy high wire. But the idea is we will handle it from this day forward. We are all about the family after the service. This is what we do. Okay, now before I let you in here, you can't see. We came out here to meet with his husband and wife, and we sat down and he said, we want to do a theater. It's just a plain Jane room. You're going to see cutaways of pictures as we go throughout this. He said, I want to do a theater, but I want it to be unique, and I want it to be special. I want it to be amazing. I want it to sound incredible, all the stuff, right? So then we came up with Gene, our carpenter, and we kind of sat down and we designed something. And then you get to see the fruits of our labors. This is amazing. granite top, high top in the back. This is where we start. The idea behind this is we can sit back here and I can have a meal or I can do my work or whatever I want to do, and I can still see the theater, right? It's really nice. We painted all the ceilings, got black in the center, what we call the runway. We got their special blue that they chose for them as far as their side walls, and everything is done in flat finishes, so we don't have any reflections, so you don't have that weird glitter thing in your eye when things are bouncing off the walls and stuff. Flush mount speakers for Atmos are all flushed in. We all painted through the grills. It all matches through everything. These half columns were the carpenter's idea. Gene took care of this for us, and they are beautiful with these LED lights. I just love this look. It's all nice. Again, this is all hand built. The riser that holds the seats, you have multiple rows of seating. This riser allows us to be able to see very, very well, but the idea is I can sit right here, and if I'm laying back, I can still see over there. This is all built by us. Another halfway column. Then your next row, which is down to the ground zero part, and then your next row has these loungers built in. So the idea is now I've got row 3, got 6, and I can do, 9 people in here very, very comfortably. Look at this accent wall that my men built, custom built. We went stained through the speakers so that they would flush in. It has LED lighting behind the 85-inch 4K Sony, which is absolutely incredible. 2 12-inch subs and a total of about 4,000 watts of power. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. If you are just, I hope you're catching all the beauty of this and the way everything comes. So the idea is, no matter where I'm sitting in here, I've got speakers in the proper locations to get the absolute best possible sound that I can have, right? This is so unbelievably comfortable. I know you can tell that I'm excited. So everything's done. We did everything. We built custom bars here. We're having our custom doors built in here, more granite tops to match the high top in the back, and we're doing a custom light here. Idea is we can have snack bars. We've got a mini fridge up here. Literally you could live up here if that makes sense. I'm going to go to a sound demo, understanding that we have an vintage amplifier by Yamaha, smart remote control, able to stream, so he's got access to Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff, DirecTV, and all that's in place. Plenty of power. All the stuff in here was planned. There was so much that went into making sure that when you got done, it looked like this room was built for the theater versus us throwing a theater in a room that it wasn't ever made for. That was actually an outside window to see outside to the driveway, and we built on top of that and stacked off the front of it, and then we did the accent wall so it had that pop factor, but it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of the movie. Again, this was all drawn out between us and him and his wife and our carpenter, and then we literally let it all come to fruition. Now, here's your demo. Of course, the main reason we're talking about a theater is because of the sound, right? And the picture is perfect. Here's our demo. You got to understand, this is how it's supposed to sound. I'm going to give you there you go, right spot. You have to hear the clarity, the way it moves throughout the room. The bass is solid. I mean, everything about it is exactly like, it's better than being in the theater.
One might be an exception, but two?
Crystal clear on the dialogue, and everything is just instantaneous. Listen to that. See, the idea at the end of the day is it has to be 100. What that means is if I want to watch a 3-hour-long sci-fi movie and watch it binge watch for the next 6.5 hours, this thing will literally perform at 100% the entire time. That's the reason. When we come in here, we literally overdo the amplification, overdo the speakers, not because the financial has nothing to do with it. It's so that it will actually really go way past your expectations of what a theater sound is like. And I think the accent wall was such a great little just add-on piece when we were talking about it. So what if we could do an accent? The accent wall, I'm going to grab the remote control. Give me just say, the accent wall, this allows me to change it to, whatever my mode or my mood is. I think that's really, really cool that you can change it to anything that you want it to be. I just stuck on green. I like that look. The idea at the end of the day is these are all flush mounted as well, all stained in, plenty of power. Like I said, 4,000 watts of power. And I just think my boys hit it. I'm going to pop around to the back here as you follow me back and let you kind of get an idea again with our lighting. Accent lighting comes back on, and just look at the feel of this. Look at the feel of this. This shows you absolutely that these guys and gals that I have working for me can absolutely make dreams come true. Perfection. Okay, now we are DS18 dealers. DS18 make amplifiers, they make mids and highs, they make subwoofers. They are known around the world. They are just an amazing company. Now, They make subs for 120 bucks, 12-inch subs, and they make subs for 200 bucks and make subs for 300 bucks. But I need to show you how invested they are when they go from a sub that's in the $120 to $200 area, 400 watts to 800 watts. These are for the guys that really want to get down, hey, this is my budget, this is what I want to be. But then there's the other guy, the other guy that says, I don't care about it. I got to have plenty of power, and I want a tremendous amount of bass, and I want something I cannot tear up, and I'm going to run it as hard as I possibly can from this day forward. The guys that have dually trucks and the whole bed's full of subwoofers, or they have a hatchback and there's no back seat. Those guys. If you're one of those guys, you're going, yeah, I am one of those guys. If you're not, and you're going, this is crazy, then this is what you're really going to think is crazy. This is called the Hooligan. The Hooligan. I'm going to try to get a grip on this thing. Hold on just a second. The Hooligan, oh my gosh. The Hooligan is a 4,000 watt RMS, 6,000 watt peak power 12-inch subwoofer. This is a $1,000 subwoofer. It is the hardest hitting subwoofer that I have ever heard on the planet. And I am letting you know. Let me show you this thing one more time. Look at that mother right there. Anyway, so 4,000 watts RMS, 6,000 watts peak. So just to give you an idea where Ken stands in our Macon and our Warner Robins location, we have everything that will fit your budget, whether it be JL Audio, whether it be DS18, whether it be Alpine, whether it be Rockford Fosgate, all the different brands that we do. But just know that we are invested whether or not you want just a little more oomph on your factory system, or if you want to absolutely break the windshield, this is what we do, because DS18 is on fire. Okay, now when we do courtrooms, we do a lot of courtrooms in like a jury selection type room like this, you have to have displays, and well, here we go again, I love it, this is what we do. In the technology side of this, we put in not one, not two, but four giant monitors. These are 75-inch monitors that allow folks out there to see what's going on. So if you'll check out that PDF up there, that's a program PDF, but that can easily be the list of names, a list of people that are going to be in court, what's your courtroom times, you can change out your file constantly. All of these are hardwired back over here, so there's a computer that controls them. What you're hearing me through is these Shure desktop microphones. They have a push to talk or a mute. It allows me to mute out or not, because when you're at council tables, like right here, council 1 and council 2, they'll want to be able sometimes to mute theirs and shut everything down so that everybody can't hear what they're saying, if that makes sense. Behind me, which is where the whole council goes, where you're seeing the cutaway of that now, they all have their own individual microphone like this, and they all have their own individual monitor that shows what all the folks are seeing out there. It keeps it really organized in big displays so everybody kind of knows what's going on. Now, in the control world, you have to be able to turn things up and down. In the old school, it's turn it up, turn it down, find the right mic and all that. In the new school, what we have is fully digital. So this is the digital board. This is an iPad that we supply, and we put in a digital board, and this allows me to control all of my microphones. I can mute them, turn them up, turn them down, turn the whole house sound up and down inside the courtroom. It allows me to program, and everything is already built in. All the programming, anything that you want to do is already built in for you to be able to make controls on the fly. The idea behind this is whoever has this has control. So if council 1 wants to be able to speak, we can mute them down and they can have their own private conversation. We also have what they call a pink noise generator, or a background noise generator. What that does is it stems, basically, you've heard that noise and you probably didn't realize you did in the courtroom. That is so that sound's not reflecting off of everything. Also controlled digitally is very, very simple. So you have microphones. Now these are ceiling mounted, which goes up into the tiles you see there, and that doesn't look complex when you're looking at it like this, but if you'll come around the backside, it is extremely complex, because guess what? There's another 3 foot of roof up above those drop tiles, so we have to be able to hang from these things. I'm sure you've seen some of our bloopers before where my men actually hang from the mounts. They do that because they want to make sure that that thing stays there forever and ever and ever and a day. So you got digital control, full microphones, a way to record, a way to have background noise so the sound's not reflecting, and then each council member, as you see right here, has a monitor that allows them to see the reflection of that. All controlled digitally. So one computer and one iPad controls the entire jury selection room. So when we get in here, we always plan these things out. We started this plan in February of this year. I'm sure you see my phone number come up right now. It's best to call me and let me walk that off. We've done a tremendous amount lately. We've been so very blessed. We've done Monroe County, we've done Peach County, we're of course doing Houston County, and all of these areas are doing courtrooms, but all of their courtroom systems are very different. I'm gonna have a cutaway here between the next 2 or 3 shows that show you the courtrooms, because their necessities are different, right? So we plan it the whole 9 yards, make sure we get into budget, and then we bada bing, bada bang is my famous words. Well, my lead guy Jarvis is who took over this entire, we actually did 5 different courtrooms in this facility, and they all are a little bit different in the way that they're designed, but they operate exactly the same. One iPad, one computer, bada bing, bada bang. That is what we do. Now, in the world of receivers, we carry Sony and we carry Yamaha, but you kind of need to, I'm just going to throw out a little bit of knowledge out there, and if you already have it, just listen anyway. So in the world of knowledge, you're going to have 2-channel receivers that will do like Bluetooth, which is like this. It's just a 2-channel, like 2 speakers, what that means. And this will take care of that. It has Bluetooth, so you can sync your phone up for music. It has a way to play 4 speakers or 2 speakers, which works. Then when you get into the home theater amplifiers, you're going to have 5-channel amplifiers, you're going to have 7-channel amplifiers, 11-channel amplifiers, and don't let that get out of hand. The idea behind these amplifiers is when you get into this series, you get what you call MusicCast. MusicCast goes away from the Bluetooth and uses the Wi-Fi in your home, so if you have Wi-Fi in your home, and now you have an app-driven music control that can do 1-zone, meaning like I'm just running my living room, or go to 2-zone amplifiers where I can run my living room and my outdoor and my kitchen and my bedroom or whatever I want to do, and it still controls everything from your phone or the old trusty rusty remote control. So when you come into Macon and Warner Robins, just kind of look at these amplifiers and find, you know, anywhere from a couple of $100 all the way up to, you know, $1,500. Don't let that make you go, oh goodness. You just come in and let these guys educate and kind of see where you want to be. Or my phone number will come up right here. I will come out to your home and we will figure out which one fits your fancy, decide where you want to put speakers, where you're going to flush them, or you're going to have them hanging on the walls, or you want big giant tower speakers and all that stuff. But this is the heart of it, if you will. This is where it all begins. So a good amplifier is going to make everything work throughout you. If you're a music lover or if you're a home theater guy, Yamaha and Sony are the answer. These guys absolutely rock. All right, 2021 Toyota Trd Camry. This has a dealer tag on the back. They brought it to us and said, we want sound. You got this floating screen from Toyota, so this can't go away. So we normally put processors or certain amplifiers that have equalization built into them so you can make the factory radio sound like a really high-end radio. Now, the speakers that came in this car are very marginal, and that is being kind. So we put DS18 Pro Series. They make 2 or 3 levels of DS18. This is their best. They literally have a 2.5-inch tweeter, just the tweeter. Most tweeters are 1 inch in the dash in the factory locations. We replaced the door speakers in the rear. So everything is DS18 Pro. We did a JL Audio XD 1005, meaning 1,000 watts of power, 5 channels, front channels, back channels, and subwoofers. We're gonna get to the subwoofers in a second. He wanted JL subwoofers, so we did TW3s, but he did not want a box, like a typical box. He wanted his whole trunk to be able to put stuff in there, right? And so we custom built enclosures on the sides to give him his entire trunk. He literally lost 4% of his trunk, versus a lot of times boxes will take up about 20%. Now, I'm gonna do a demo. I want you to hear this sound. You gotta pay attention to the clarity, pay attention to the bass, because a lot of times people come in and they just want all that hammer and bass, you know, and yes, I was there too. Matter of fact, I'm still there a little bit. And then some just want clarity, but he said, I just want the full concert sound. They want the full concert sound, and my boys, they are so very good at what they do, and they delivered. Here's our demo, and then we'll go to the trunk. Listen to the clarity of the thing. Don't play the demo that long, but this thing sounds incredible. Now, this is really very, very awesome. As you see, he did not want to lose this space, so we custom built these enclosures into the sides. There's one on each side, 10 to 8, and we've got these grills so that way if something bangs up against it, it doesn't hurt the sub. Got another one over here. And then we did the XD1000 amplifier right there. Look how clean this, you can't see right from this point, but there's a cutaway coming up right now. We did backlighting in his trunk that has multi-colors. We spaced the amplifier off and built a custom amp rack and everything. Everything is very easy to use, but it's very easy to service. So that's 1,000 watts. And look how much trunk. He has literally all of his trunk in place. And so we kind of go both ways. You've seen us, we build subwoofer boxes. I don't know if you remember that Ford Explorer we did, when the entire back end was filled, you know, from here to here with subwoofers. That's what we do. And then we do the custom side where you say, look, this is what I drive, and I have to be able to put my stuff in here and all that stuff, and you still get that concert sound, right? So when you come into Macon, in our Warner Robins location, talk to the brainiacs, and they will get with the other brainiacs that are back here that do what they do, and we're going to hit it on budget. That's not a problem. The installation will be as promised, and we kind of have that thing going, where we service after the sale. This is all right. In the world of TVs, flat panel TVs, it's real important to choose the right size. My phone number comes up right here. I drive this whole state of Georgia, some of Florida, and some of Alabama, literally going to my clients' homes or to my clients' businesses to help them choose the appropriate size. Because if you're not, most people say, well, I just need a 32-inch TV or a 43, and I say, well, you got to keep in mind a 32-inch TV is good to 3 or 4 feet. So that don't work in your living room when you're 9 or 10 feet back. That justifies. So when I get to 8 foot, that justifies a 65 if it fits. When I get to 10 foot or more, that justifies a 75. Or if you're just super crazy like me and you're 10 feet back, then when you want an 85-inch, then that's just the way you roll. I get it. So what you want to do is, unless you have a restriction like with furniture or whatever it may be, some folks have decorators that kind of say, hey, you need to dial that back a little bit, and I get all of that. But if you have a stacked stone fireplace and the mantel's 8 foot, well, I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of a stacked stone right now with a TV over it, which we do very easily. You got to kind of keep in mind, if that it's an 8 foot mantel and you put a 55 up there, it looks like a postage stamp. That's why you want to let me come out or bring me pictures when you come into our Macon or Warner Robins store, and let these guys choose what works. Now, in the realm of that, we do LG, Samsung, and Sony. They are the 3 best makers that there are. And of course, you're going to do smart and 4K, and all those things are going to fit in. I have some folks that will come in and go, well, I may not use the smart features. Well, they're built in anyway. You're not paying any extra for it anymore. Pricing-wise, we're the same price as the .com guys. We just offer tech support. What that means to you is, if you need a sound bar, then we come out and hook it up and show you how to use it. If you need a full-blown theater, then we come out and hook it up and show you how to use it. If you need remotes programmed, all the things that come into that, we just kind of handle all that for you. Now, if it breaks, okay, we don't send it off to La La Land. If it breaks, we repair it. We come out to your home, we take your TV down, we put you one up to borrow if you have one of our customer care plans, and if it's less than a year old, guess what? You get a brand new one. We don't do any of that other mess. We just swap it out no matter what it is, know what's going on. So the idea behind it is we come to you. You are welcome to come to us. Some of the do-it-yourselfers will come to us, but that's kind of the blessing of us being a family-owned business is I don't really answer to the manufacturers. If you're under warranty, I don't want to wait on them to take care of it. It may take 45 days. I want to take care of it now. So when you come in to Macon and Warner Robins, kind of get in here and kind of choose what you like, and then we'll kind of talk about what fits your budget, what kind of fits, and then we'll set you up an installation. The guys will come out and do their thing. They clean up after themselves, which I think is really amazing. Having a group of men that clean after themselves is probably a miracle all by itself. But here's my number one more time. Call me. The estimate is free. We'll come out and have some fun. All right, in the kids' worship, a lot of the mega churches, like this is Northway Church in Macon, Georgia, they'll have separate sanctuaries. So like 2nd through 5th grade, this is their kids' worship. They have like a teen sanctuary, and then of course their traditional setting sanctuary, if you want to call it traditional, is not, but it's actually amazing on the other end of the campus, if you want to say it that way. In this, we've done this a couple of times over the decades, if you want to put it that way. But what they had was a standard, what they call incandescent lamp projector, the one where you change the filter and you change the lamp, and that's what it's been forever and ever and ever until laser hit. Now, when laser hit, now you get no cool down, which means you don't have to warm up or cool down. That have to happen. But it also has no lamp and no filter, which means it will run, ready, 20,000 hours before you have to replace the whole projector, which in church world is normally 15 or 20 years, right? Of course, you would probably change before then anyway. So understand with the lights on in here, we have fluorescent lights on in here right now, how bright that 160 plus size image is. Look at the detail. It is absolutely spot on. This image here is a motorized screen. You can get these motorized or fixed or tab tensioned or recessed or flushed or whatever you want to do. The idea behind this is they can let this up if they have some type of other function that goes on in here, then they can let that up. For the most part, it's always down, and you understand this. Look at the size of me at 5'11", and look at the size of this image, and look at the clarity that this laser projector. It's made by Sony. They are the best in the laser projector world. Draper is who makes the screens. Now, the idea is you're probably seeing the cutaway now of the lighting. We did lighting. We do a really nice moving gobo with the gobo heads that allow you to put designs and different colors and spots and everything on the stage. I'm sure you're seeing that now. And it's all controlled from a booth in the very, very back right there that allows everything to kind of audio, video. If they choose to stream when the time comes, they're easy to do that. There's also a rear monitor back there. I'm going to kind of flip down here. And this is just so for the folks that are doing praise and worship, they can know what's going on the screen in the front, or they can actually have a separate slide. As you see, this slide is different than that slide. So I can actually have my sermon up here or whatever they're doing, even though we have all the words to the songs up there. I'm going to go back up here. And the idea is this is this bright. This is going to be 6,000 lumens. They go all the way to 10,000 lumens, but fact is 5,000 lumens is about the starting point for it. So the idea is, my phone number comes up here, is to let me come out. It's like I've had a great relationship with Northway forever and ever and ever. The idea behind that is, when something goes wrong, which something did go wrong, and guess what? It was right before Christmas, and it was like, Michael, this has to happen as fast as possible. And I was scrambling to get product. I even had my team come in on a Saturday to make sure this was up and running for the 2nd to 5th grade for the Kids Worship Center. So laser, 160 plus size screen, rear monitor. They have full LED lighting. This is what we do. Thank you for watching the first show of 2022. I can't believe it's 2022. I'm actually very grateful for 2022. And here we go, off running. I'm going to put some things out there for you real quick. There's my social media. Stay intact with that. We do a deal of the day every single day. We post a deal of the day, something specifically that's just like a slamming deal for just that one day. So if you'll like us on social media, go to our Facebook page and go to our Instagram page, and that'll kind of keep you in dial with us. Like our page and follow us, and you'll see all the cool things that is going on in the store and all the stuff that's going on outside in the custom side of our install world. Also, our YouTube channel is constantly updated with videos and just cool stuff to kind of give you an idea. You can also see our infomercial, which is on television, which I'm sure you're seeing right now, or you can see it on our website, which is kensonline.com. My brother and my phone number is right here. We are the owners of the company. My daddy started the company with my uncle, and we are the owners as of right this second until our boys grow into the business. The idea behind that is you're dealing with family, which means if you have a good experience, shoot me a text or shoot my brother a text or give us a call. We'd love to hear your voice. Y'all do that a lot, and I'm real grateful for that. I love to know so I can help my boys and girls grow within our company. If you have a kind of a shaky experience because we goof, really morally I goof. They don't goof as much as I goof. But the point is, if you do have one of those experiences that just needs to be moved or shaken up and moved in the right direction, please call my brother and I, and we will make it right. Just to give you an idea, we've got guys and girls in both stores that are absolutely super brainiac smart. Our installers are actually super brainiac smart. So you're dealing with people that we constantly are dumping information into so that they can service you the right way. So we like that you buy from us. But I want to make sure you know that we want that connection with you, so you're always comfortable enough just to call us on the phone and say, this is what I need done, and know that we are going to take care of your desires and your wishes. We understand it's your hard-earned money that is helping to feed our families. I get it, okay? To end the show, I always like to talk about Scripture. I love my Lord very much. Jeremiah 29:11, it says, I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. He says, not for disaster, but to prosper you. To make life better, if that makes sense. That's my own words for it. That is a life verse if I've ever heard one. Here we are starting a brand new year, and the last couple of years it's just been crazy. But God says, no. There's a plan in place, and He says, I have your best interest in my heart. That is who God is. That is exactly who God is. Let's start the year brand new. Let's let that last year just be gone. Let's start fresh, as God says, not for disaster, but to prosper you. That is who our Lord is. Come see us at Ken's in Macon. In regards to that, we had to build a stage. So the stage had to be able to, hey buddy, hey, and we had to do lighting, and so that allows us, hey, you keep that dog's attention for a second. All right, Tim, when you're ready, David. And after we put it all down on paper, my phone rang. Hold on one second. Shoot. You can't see the game or the score or whatever it may be. So, you know what? This is a commercial on the whole time. Son of a gun.